Yes, we are finally back, and sorry if I sound a little froggy. I'm getting over some crud.
It's okay.
And my husband caught a cold, and then I caught it, so it's just the way it goes. Also, I apologize if any wind can be heard in the background. It's pretty blustery where I am right now, so
I mean, you
But
don't hear anything.
should be okay.
yeah.
And hello, everybody.
Stop it.
Bob Walt.
I will. I'm not. I will hit Doc with lightning again.
I will punish somebody else because I can't punish you right now. You're the DM.
No, it's mostly just because I already took everything a Shaw cares about away.
That is also true.
I will almost give it back to you and then take it away again.
There's still one thing left to take away.
His,
His penis.
he didn't really do it. I don't think a Shaw cares. I don't think a Shaw wants kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's
We
a
haven't-
possibility you might have bastards.
Oh god.
Unlikely.
Did they all
But-
talk like him? Because I don't think I can replicate your weird amalgam of accents for a Shaw.
But anyway, I think we should.
Yeah, we should probably start.
Yeah.
And should we address the fact that we are down a player real fast?
Yes. So this was intended to start with with another player by the name of Adge. In our previous Thursday game, played Kundo. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, he is unable to join us today,
Stupid wind.
and possibly, depending on what happens, there could be further risks of him not being able to participate. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As
then
well
we'll burn
as for the player of Hero Dias from our Thursday game, Dark Savior, he is also not attending this campaign in its entirety.
Asmodeus tied him up in a back alley and beat him with a sack of bricks.
I mean, don't have to go into full detail there.
I didn't. I only said why he's not able to attend.
Anyway,
So, so here we have our little bundle of people.
It's the original four again.
oh god, yeah, it is.
The original four, and this time, I'm in the chair.
Yeah, we let Myth out of the DM cage because we had to clean it out to make room for Armored.
Armored cheese.
The reason why it took so long is they had to do a bit of construction. It wouldn't fit me initially.
That plus I had to clean out all the Elder Tours.
That takes a bit.
Yeah, it does, especially when I tell them not to.
Yeah, there's still a few here. You really should take your pets with you. One's trying to nip at my foot.
Oh, that's just Nippy. He does that.
But rather than do character introductions, let's start with just talking about the players. Here we have our lovely people from the top.
Oh, that's me.
Yes.
No.
Hello. For those who know me online, I am Andy. I played Neri last time, and Thorn. Two very big ladies.
Yee.
I have a trend going on.
Huge muscle.
A little bit of a trend.
Muscle lifts.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
So I guess
And-
then with per the normal thing, if Andy's done, then it would be me next.
Yes, and then we have.
Hi, it's Danny Boop. I probably sound a little different than normal because, like I said at the start, I am recovering from a cold, but I am in good enough condition to play tonight. I just might sound a little tired, but that'll fit with my character. But, you know, you'll find that out as you see her tonight. But previously, I have played Maveth, Zerali, Rhiannon, and yeah, I think I have a tendency to just play characters who have fucked up things that happen in their backgrounds. But Rhiannon's fucked up stuff didn't come up, so
Zarali didn't really have that much.
all of hers was like internalized bullshit.
If anything, I would say you're more the other end, just waifu maker.
Oh yeah, Maveth became Irie's waifu, and then Zerali. Rhiannon, not so much really anybody. She's just kind of there.
And then, finally, we have.
Hello, I am
Okay.
Soviet Squidman.
No!
No more is need to be said.
He is
No.
not a Squidman.
Continue,
Come on,
dice.
take off that mask.
Continue, dice man, or I will eat your brains. I will drink the maple syrup you used to think with.
Now remove that mask, you deviant. Get those tentacles out of here. This isn't hentai.
Give me 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go.
I was the DM, as previously said last time. I am Mythosha. I'm not a god this time. Mostly because Armor wouldn't let me.
Listen, I get to play the gods now. You had
Yeah.
your fun.
Yeah, I still have my fun. I still have 2. I still have 3 other campaigns. Fuck you. I still get to join
One of them
another
who-
one.
Yes, one of whom I'm a player in. And totally aren't going to get horribly destroyed.
Yeah, you lost all your stuff. uh,
So,
yeah, I played everybody else, which included Asmodeus, included a big scary man and his ghost wife, included big undead man that almost killed Tav, included included small spellcasting man who hit himself with his own stick because he needed to get the fuck out, and then lost his stick and got murder circled.
and many others.
Yeah, and I played the person who killed their parents in a cutscene because Bernal's just too fucking busted.
You're the one who helped them become that way.
Oh, I know.
And, anyways, now we have me in the driver's seat. Now, how I do DMing is going to be a bit different. One of the things that I'll do differently is I will actually roll dice. Ooh, that's not good for you.
Oh, good. Purple worm in the first session. Fuck yeah, I'm dead.
At least it's a good, satisfying click-clack noise.
Yeah, so whenever you hear this, be worried.
It's satisfying the goblin brain.
Just let me load up my ammunition of dice. And
We haven't had dice fight. I think I'm gonna win.
no,
mean-
I'm not gonna have a dice fight with
Damn it.
you.
Damn it.
Not until I put my armor on first.
He's smart. He knows I have plenty of ammunition.
Okay.
I think among those of us here, the one who has the second largest amount of dice in their hoard is me, because I have a problem.
I have the third.
Oh, we all have problems.
It's only a problem when I run out.
They're talking my language. Let me just go get my rum.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
goodness.
Hey, the last time I DM'd, the players did drive me to drink.
Well, hopefully we don't do the same to you.
But let us begin. As you bring your minds into this world, into your characters, what are you doing? Are you scouring a dungeon? Enjoying the success of raiding a bandit camp? Regaling tales at a tavern? Or enjoying a hard-fought victory? Maybe some other activities.
No, that sounds like
Whatever it is you're doing, you hear a voice in your head. Lord, lost, Lord. Now. I'll need to bring you in for a closer look. Don't worry. It'll be worth a while. If you're approved, that is. And suddenly, you black out. And each of you find yourself on a cold metal floor. Looking down, you see a symbol that is familiar to you. A symbol of your homeland, a symbol of your country, or your religion. But as you look up, you find yourself on a metal plate in a semicircle. So a metal semicircle floating above what could only be described as chaos. You're seeing the surroundings around you shift. A desert becomes flooded into ocean. Then metal pillars spring out of it, which then crumble into trees. And surrounding you are people in very unfamiliar outfits. Each one of them also having a symbol underneath them that you do not recognize. Ah, good, you're awake. As you turn to the direction of the voice, you see a man hobbling, but he looks a little different. His skin appears more stony. He has spikes protruding. One of the more noticeable differences is a big, glowing green singular eye in his head, and a sharp toothed mouth. And he walks up to one of the people. Andy, would you care to describe your character?
Oh, cool. So standing there is a young woman about, hold on, let me see what I put her height at. I didn't put her height at anything. So, she stands around about 8 foot-ish. kind of is a bit broad-shouldered, but slimmer. Her clothes are very baggy. She carries a staff with a little hook on it, almost an imitation shepherd's hook that holds a teapot at the end of it. And she has belts that have like little different pouches. And her hair is tied. It's in dreadlocks, but it's also just tied up, kind of loosely, so it's out of her face. And she's looking around like, what the fuck is going on?
Now, this creature, which, if you want, anyone is free to roll an Arcana check if you want to know what he is.
All right, in a minute.
Okay. You said Arcana?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to change my name over to.
Not my field of expertise, boss.
19.
It should be a 7. Mine should be a 17.
Okay. Pharaoh.
Oh, fuck it. Reset my half proficiency.
Pharaoh, you have never seen a creature like this. He looks freakier than you.
Not the freakiest thing, but not my field of expertise.
Cal, you've heard of there being creatures with glowing green eyes that have hidden themselves into caves here and there, but you've never seen one directly. In Galatea, you know that this creature is a Nothic. You even know that these creatures usually used to be something else. And this Nothic, he looks,
damn it!
or it looked.
It is my field of expertise. Just didn't know what it was.
You know. You're right. That's a good point. So, Pharaoh, you do know that it is in your field of expertise, but you've never encountered one. So you're not. So you recognize some of the behaviors, but it's not of something that you've seen before.
Not anything I've personally dealt with.
Where the frig is my monster manual? Oh, there it is. I was staring right at it. Sorry, just opening up my books.
It's all good.
Now, one of the things that's different, that all of you notice is different about this Nothic, is that he's wearing clothing. He's wearing pants and to put it into modern day perspective, he's wearing some casual kind of dressy itch pants with a dress shirt. He has overalls attached to the pants, and he has the sleeves of his shirt rolled up. Like, kind of think 1960s accountant kind of thing.
Okay.
And he looks up and down Cal. Yes, you might do. Watch your fragile stuff. He
Fragile stuff?
he pays you no further mind as he then walks off to another person.
I'll just try and follow where he's walking.
You try to move?
No. Just with my eyes.
Okay. And you see this elf that's just staring at him blankly with some leather armor, a couple weapons on her, a tree branch sticking out of her backpack for some reason. And the creature just shakes his head. No. Clearly not what I was looking for. No. Bye. And with a sudden flash of light and what you think you hear, almost a brief moment of a scream, and she disappears.
Oh.
Then he walks over and... Danny, would you care to introduce your character?
Okay. Galatea is... She's just kind of sitting there observing everything that's going on, looking very, very nervous. And kind of like clutching at this ferret. And she's probably, one could say, average height, looks human, has a rather nasty scar on her face. And she's dressed in blue robes, and she has black hair, but there's streaks of blue and green in her hair. And she's just looking around, looking nervous and kind of terrified.
As Galatea, you see this green eye just staring at you. It almost as if it's peering through you. Magic within. Yes. Careful your pet doesn't become a snack.
She just clutches the ferret closer to her.
And then he wanders off to the last person on the disc. Mythogia, would you care to introduce your character?
Okay, so Pharaoh is roughly about 5'6", so a bit on the shorter end for a man, with kind of these ram horns that kind of spiral out at right angles. So, sort of black hair that kind of, or not black, but the opposite of that actually. White hair that kind of sprawls to about his shoulders. He's wearing fairly nice looking robes of black and gold. Each one of his hands has 6 fingers on it, or rather, I guess I should say more specifically 2 thumbs. And just kind of as the Nothic has been coming down, he's just kind of been looking at it and just following it with his eyes, just as it comes to him. He's kind of just staring at it with just like not necessarily confusion, but more just like expectation.
The Nothic looks at you And its singular eye just goes whoop, whoop, looking you up and down. Sorry, cat. Kitty cat, no.
It's a cough up a
Sorry, that was
fucking
her
beer
claws
ball.
as she jumped up onto my lap. The not sure about you. Hmm. I'd like you to make me a deception check.
Deception, you say.
Yes. Why did you fly off?
Oh, that's why.
This thing peers at you as two of you end up having almost a staring contest. Before he then looks away. Adequate. Yes, yes, yes. Then he takes a step back. Of the lot, you fit the requirements. Yeah. Now that that's been taken care of, the name is Golrin.
Do we all hear that?
Hmm?
Do we all hear the name?
I don't
Yes,
think
you
so.
all hear the name as he basically stands in the middle of all of you and says his name and gives a bit of a bow.
Hello. It's nice to meet you, Golden.
Ah, thank you. You've been brought here for a task that my master requested.
What's that?
Oh, he'll explain it. He should be coming rather shortly.
Are we able to move from our spots?
Well, good you asked. Now,
Oh no. Oh no. I shouldn't have drinking wine.
then, unless anyone else wants to ask him anything, a bit of time passes. Then there's this voice that seems to echo through the chaos of the surroundings. Govrin, did you pick out some people to assist in this matter. Yes, yes. Then a black void in the shape of a doorway appears on the. Like I mentioned, the platform you're on is a semicircle.
Mhm.
So on the flat side of that circle, a doorway opens up that's just a black void. And a man with pointed ears in flowing blue and purple robes appears out from this darkness.
Hello.
These are the ones you could find. But they fit what you requested. This man just gives a sigh. All right, then. I guess I welcome you all here to my realm.
Who are you?
I am referred to by many names, but you can refer to me by my job title as the Overseer.
That doesn't sound good.
Of course, I do have a name, but I think I'll hold on to that for now. As Govrin might have mentioned, I have something that needs done. And I told him to request the people who are capable but not impressive. He fit that bill.
Well, that's just a mean thing to say about somebody you haven't met.
He was the one who picked you. Oh, don't point that finger at me.
Well, what do you need us to do?
I'll get to that. To clarify my requirement, I am in a peculiar position. An item of mine has been stolen. And it's been brought to another world, another plane, another realm. And unfortunately, I'm still new to the job. Still got another 2,000 years of probation. And due to certain reasons, I cannot go to acquire it myself.
So you stole us to get it for you?
Stole, that's a harsh word.
But it is a word.
If you want, you can go back. You were just selected.
It's all very familiar wording to Pharaoh.
Oh, what item was stolen?
The item. The item that was in my possession is a artifact called. Sorry, just need to take a look at my notes. Is an artifact called the Shifting Crystal.
Shifting crystal.
And it is paramount that I get it back. But
How'd you lose it in the first?
because someone stole it. Unfortunately for them, they made a mistake. And I know where they are.
Okay.
He snaps his hand, and the chaos shifting around you. Suddenly, the platform is in the sky above an open plain surrounded by mountains on all sides, except to the east. No, to the west, where there's an ocean and a massive city. But it's all blurred, heavily obscured. But don't you worry. Of what I can do, I can offer you an incentive. You see, there is a world beyond that of which your own. Many worlds. You have been each fetched from a different one. And, as with anything, there are rules. And, Govrin, he pauses as he's looking at Pharaoh. Yes? Why did you get him? Is something wrong? You know what connections you have?
Connections are a great and powerful thing. What of them?
Well, you're a bit more notable than what I'd like for Govrin to have pulled out. But you're... given your connections, well aware of what I mean by what's beyond.
Indeed.
Well, then what my job is to make sure that your connections don't do anything they're not supposed to. That's why you have to do certain things to get them through. It is the laws that restrict them that my duty is to uphold. Not that big a deal until you've got one deity or being of beyond that decides they're too big for the rules in place. But the reason you were pulled is because all of you are not important enough to cause waves from your disappearance.
Okay.
Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
At least, as long as it's temporary. But
I don't like your tone, but I'm not gonna say anything. That's me saying that, not Pharaoh.
yeah, I know. But the rules that bind others also bind me. The power that I have can be limited. I cannot directly interfere with one of these realms. Unless something cataclysmic were to happen. But we don't want that, do we?
No, but it seems like you're talking a lot of circles and not telling us what we need to do.
I need you to go to this city, they call it Colve, and get me that crystal.
Who has it?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Well, who has it?
I unfortunately don't know.
Just like any arcane user, really.
But I will be fair. Do this task for me. And I can provide you with something that you wish within accordance to the rules in place.
Could you make me a god?
He pauses for a second. Gulvin,
Yes.
could you please pull out the list? I need a quick review. And this Nothic jumps off the platform. And then suddenly he appears. There's a small black hole that appears about a good 500 feet up.
All
Out
right.
from that hole sticks a little platform, and then just a rolling of paper as a scroll is unfolding and hits its end at the at where the platform is.
Okay.
The overseer grabs the base of the scroll, and then what feels to you in an instant, the scroll winds itself back up into a incredibly thick scroll sitting in his hand.
All right.
Okay. I cannot do that to you directly,
But what about the
but
path to godhood?
I do have some contacts. There's nothing saying I can't get you into one who is willing to relinquish. So we might be able to work something out there.
Okay.
So that is your task. Get that crystal, and I will grant you something that you want. To the best of my capabilities. Do you all agree? You're welcome to say no.
Okay.
The rest of you?
Seems more advantageous to accept than it is to deny it.
I'll put it this way. If you want to work with the rules, it's good to know someone who knows them inside and out.
Did you eat the rules?
Indeed. One who knows them knows how to subvert them. Very well.
And you, quiet one?
All right.
Then the contract is in place.
I assume you'll be sending us to where we need to go.
In but a moment's time. Are you sure you're not already there? As he says that, he fades away, and the platform that you're on lowers down
Oh, that was
from
hilarious.
its lowers down in towards the ground, and then it sinks through the dirt as you are all now standing at the edge of a dirt road with right next to you a cart with a donkey. The road goes two ways. To the east, it leads towards what looks like a gap in the mountains. And to the west, you see a spiraling, large city in the distance, with the forest to its north and a large open plain to the south, with mountains in all directions.
Cal's gonna get in the cart.
I gotta go do the thing now. So.
So that'd
Yes.
probably be where we take our break then.
Yeah, I was just waiting for the exposition to get finished before I did that.
That's fine.
Alrighty, we shall have a quick break there now that the
Maybe.
splurge of all the information is out.
I'll try to make it as quick as possible. No guarantees. Traffic's probably gonna suck right now.
Oh, no worries, just do what you need.
Cal, Taya didn't talk much.
Because she is absolutely fucking terrified.
I hope I'm not talking too quiet for you guys.
It was a little difficult to hear, but all I just have to do is just ask for you to repeat.
Mm-hmm. I'm just following what I was told, how they speak.
Yeah.
So, you now have seen Govrin and the Overseer.
Yee.
Overseer's kind of a dick.
I think that's the point of the character.
You try going through over 1,000 years on probation and still have 2,000 to go.
I have a feeling this is based off of real life experiences.
No.
Sure about that, Armored.
I'm sure.
So I'm gonna be home alone for most of the night. Yay!
Ye.
So I can be loud and animated as I want.
Woo.
As you play a quiet character for once.
I can't
I'm
help
joking.
that's how the race is supposed to speak.
I'm just messing with you.
I was about to say, I feel that your Monday game character, though, she's fairly quiet.
I mean, yeah, Ilya's fairly quiet.
Although, after Neri, just about any character you play is going to be quiet by comparison. Neri was a
Neri's a
force of
loudmouth.
nature.
Quite literally.
Yee.
Nothing will ever compare to the loud child.
Oh, shoot. I got something.
Huh?
What?
Don't worry. Got a quick remedy for it.
Okay.
I missed over one section that I wrote down.
Well, hopefully it shouldn't be terribly hard to quickly exposition that in. Can y'all confirm for me that you can't hear whenever I'm having to mute and blow my nose?
Well, I haven't heard it yet.
Okay, good, because I've had to actually mute my mic like 3 times already to blow my nose. Having a cold sucks.
It does.
It also makes my eyes feel weak, so I definitely have to depend on my glasses tonight. Oh no.
So
No. Get back in there.
What?
I just popped the lens out of the frame while trying to clean them.
Oh no.
I was able to pop it back in. That's one good thing about cheap glasses. The lens will pop back in rather easily. The bad thing is they will pop out rather easily as well.
So, what do we think of the monk child?
Very soft spoken. Not much else to say at the moment.
It's kind of interesting that she wants to become a god.
She's out of it. Can you make me a god? What?
Well, you're literally talking to the person who is in charge of that kind of stuff.
He's the intern.
He has to deal with the rules of what makes someone go into godhood. He was more checking to see if he could interfere on that. Because, hey, probation. You make one mistake and, oh,
No, there's 3,000 years.
Or you're just out of a job.
and you haven't seen the benefits package, but oh my. So, what do you think of the Nothic?
He seems fun. I bet he's the one who stole the crystal.
He's definitely interesting. I'm gonna have to pull the dumb blonde card. What the hell is a Nothic?
So, a Nothic. This is their description from the monster manual. A baleful eye peers out from the darkness, its gleam hinting at a weird intelligence and unnerving malevolence. Now, you did not get the sense of violence or evil from him, other than being just horribly creeped out as his eye would peer through you. Most times, Nothic is content to watch, blah blah blah. When driven to violence, it uses its horrifying gaze to rot the flesh from its enemy's bones. It is a demonic little looking creature with spikes on its back and a single green massive eye, which it can use to peer through your knowledge as well as, well, rot.
So basically a nasty little bugger.
As for Galatea's knowledge, that's indicating towards Cursed Arcanus. Rather than gaining the godlike supremacy they crave, some wizards who devote their lives to unearthing arcane secrets are reduced to creeping tormented monsters by some dark curse. Nothics retain no awareness of their former selves, skulking amid the shadows and haunting places rich in magical knowledge.
Okay, so yeah, me saying that she's absolutely terrifying fits perfect. But then again, Galatea is supposed to be a very nervous character, so her getting terrified upon realizing what this Nothic is, it fits.
Nothics possess a strange magical insight that allows them to extract knowledge from other creatures. This grants them unique understanding of secret and forbidden lore, which they share for a price.
Oh dear.
Now, mind you, a lot of this is flavor towards a generic Nothic in the Forgotten Realms. Whether Gulverin is the same or not, well, he's got the abilities, but personality-wise, maybe a little different.
As
No
we've
one asked about what he is or why he's there.
True. I mean, he is already different in the fact that he's wearing clothes.
Yes. Basically, I just love the idea of this Nothic wearing 1960s, 1980s accountant outfit, where it's dress pants, overalls that have those overall straps and a dress shirt.
Suspenders.
Yes, the suspenders. That's the word I was thinking of.
It's all good.
Oh no, Andy.
Oh no. There she is.
Sorry, I went to go click unmute, and then I accidentally clicked end call.
Oh, like what I did the other day when I was like, hey guys, let me mute myself so I can handle checking out, and then I accidentally ended the call.
Yeah. You know, weirdly enough, this past Sunday, my DM used brought out a Nothic.
Huh.
Yeah. So Nothic got to meet Desire. It didn't go well for the Nothic.
No, Nothics in a combat sense, unless there's multiple.
No. It wasn't a
Usually
combat
don't
sense.
fare.
It was a roleplay
Oh.
sense.
Okay.
But he tried to peer into Desire to get a secret from her.
Oh,
And-
that.
And so he looked into her mind and then just immediately started yelling in pain. It's like, I warned you. Don't look too far. You'll find something you don't like. Yeah, well, he found it.
He found it and
Also,
got the brain pain.
Yeah, turns out we're gonna have to deal with a lich soon enough for my Sunday game. I don't know if
Ooh,
it's gonna be a
fun.
full lich, demi lich. I don't know. You know, and this time I'm probably gonna dye my hair. Because I need to keep mine in for longer. You guys still there?
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Sorry for me keeping quiet. It's just, given what was going on, I was like, yeah, Galatea's not talking during all this. She's just gonna sit there, be quiet, try not to have a panic attack, and hug her ferret.
Hug the fur.
Cal's definitely the type of person like, you want me to go hit this thing? Okay, I'll go hit the thing. So I'm going to be dyeing my hair turquoise.
Ooh, pretty.
Yes, I got it in a mystery bag from Hot Topic.
Ah.
I want to go back and get some Arctic Fox.
Ooh, we have a background picture now.
Ooh.
Yes. Basically as best as I could find something that fit the idea in my head. I would like to get like full landscape commissions, but I don't know the people, nor have. Well, I have the money. I just don't know the people.
That Arc Jack, probably.
Yeah, but getting one of his commission spots is like really hard to do because he's so popular.
That, and also he does more characters and events rather than just landscapes. He'll still do landscapes here and there, but if I was able to get a commission slot for that art jack, I'd probably put it towards like one of my D&D characters.
Mr. Tabitha.
It would actually be interesting to see Thav in his style, but I was thinking more at least a shawl at first.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking of probably getting like Desire in that Arc Jack style. Because think of it, he does really cool tieflings. Like, I love his panic art.
Yeah.
I'd just love to see I'd love to see my favorite tiefling blood hunter that way. Just because it looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Also, I realized Desire is the character I have the most art for.
You seem to have been playing her for a long time, so it would make sense why you'd have a lot of art of her.
Yeah. It's just in so many different styles. I have one in pancake style. I have one in I have one in a lot of styles. I think my favorite so far has to be Eric Martin's style of Desire. The one that is currently my profile picture on Roll20.
Which nobody can see, sadly, because I have it set up to where it doesn't show the icons, but I can change that real fast just so people can see it real quick.
Yeah. For any of those who are watching, Eric Martin Dude on Twitter, he does really good art. It's worth every penny.
Yeah. This one here, above the name Andy D, that is Desire.
Yes. Desire
Muscle waifu.
Yes, the muscle, one of many muscle lives, apparently.
I'm gonna put that
Just
back
ask
to
Myth.
names only now.
Then you just have my icon, which I commissioned from Zito.
E. Hey, it's a good icon though.
You know what character I'd honestly probably love to see in Art Jack style? Bernolch. Just this kind of crotchety old goblin.
With twin crossbows.
Yes. And then just in the background, there's a pair of legs, which is just Kaylee. Ooh, or Maveth. Maveth would be sweet. Listen, I also might be a bit biased because Maveth is one of my wives.
Just like it's gonna sound silly, but like because I've seen how they draw Goliath, I would love to commission Citrus King to draw Maveth.
Ooh. I don't know who I'd want to see draw Idri. Because I don't know, she just has a weird style.
Yeah, that's kind of the same problem I have been for Achal is because I constantly picture him in a bit more of a cartoony style,
Mm-hmm.
but I just haven't found someone's art style that fits what I have in mind. Like maybe, and I've thought about maybe drywall.
Mm-hmm. What about Batty? I mean, his style's pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, not quite the idea I'm thinking of.
Like, the reason why I chose the artist I did for Keta is I know that he could do like really kind of good kind of job. He does a really good job of putting that like youthful air, I guess, into like the younger looking characters. Where it's despite like, oh, she's this, she still looks like a kid. Like those like chubby cheeks, you know, the real baby face.
E.
But my forever favorite art of Neri is the one that Danny initially did of her.
Oh, the silly little doodle.
Yes, of her being very happy. A very happy Neri. And then we had like baby Neri.
Oh, with her holding the frog.
Yes. Because we know Neri loves frogs. Alright. So, if I get done with dyeing my hair at 8:30, by 9, it should be good to go.
Wait, you're
And
actually
maybe,
doing your hair right now while we're streaming?
yes, I've been doing it.
Holy shit.
What?
That's just, wow. Did not expect that would be happening on a stream if somebody's doing their. There's no problem. I don't see much of a problem with it. It's kind of surprising, is all.
I mean, I do Discord on my phone, so even when I go to wash out my hair, I can still hear you guys. It's just I'll be on mute.
Well,
So
hopefully you're
y'all
not
don't.
in the middle of combat when that happens.
Well, no, if we're really going to combat, then I'm not gonna go do it. But I just finished. Now it has to set in color. As it's just turquoise.
Ugh.
When life happens.
I hate being stuffed up and snotty.
So, fun news, didn't get any hair dye on my face this time.
That's good.
Because last time I dyed my hair, I turned into a smurf.
Well, you'd be a cute smurf, so.
Yes, I'm the cutest smurf.
gosh, it seems like just everybody's streaming tonight.
Yeah, I noticed. Jack just started.
Yep.
Which Jack?
That art Jack.
Mm. I noticed that Ari just started streaming. I know that two of my favorite streamers are on. HJ Tenchi and Limelicious. Hopefully Mitoshi is okay.
Hopefully.
He should be.
I mean, I don't think there would be a reason why anything bad would happen.
No, just saying.
I just hope he gets here soon.
I hope so too. So hopefully, once I get my proper knitting needles, I can start on my scarf.
Woo.
Yes.
You keep at it. Here soon you'll be making sweaters.
I want to learn how to make dice bags.
Oh, dice bags are easy.
It says the person who has made how many now?
Hey,
I think that's a little too many count.
you each have a dice bag that I've made.
I know. I have too.
You have two?
She sent me an extra one.
Well, with all the stuff you sent me, that and stuff, it hopefully equals out in value of items sent. Sending me a freaking adorable Eevee army.
Yes, sending the Eevee army. I was so worried about their ears.
Hey, once I learn how to make a scarf armored, I'm gonna make you one.
Me? No. You don't have to.
I don't have to. But is that gonna stop me?
Well, him not giving you his address would stop you.
Hey, true, but I could always send it to Danny to have her send it to you.
Or you end up with requesting Danny to send it to you.
See, I don't think Danny would do that without your permission.
True.
And that assumption is correct. Unless I had permission, I don't share addresses with people. Oh my god, Armin, why do you have to post that stuff when I can't read it out loud?
Never mind, people on the interwebs. It's just a thing you don't need to worry about.
Yeah, I
might-
don't want to risk my stream getting taken down, so not reading it out loud.
I might go back to AC more and get the really big, thick fabric that you can make the really chunky blankets out of.
Ooh.
I have a 50% off coupon, so that makes it like $5.
Nice.
I just feel like they're really like thick and nice fabric. No, it's always just so like just soft.
E. Pardon me, I have to step away for a moment.
Mm. So armored.
Yes.
I kind of have a plastic bag on my head to keep my hair from touching my back.
Okay then.
Yes, it's a plastic shopping bag. I look great.
Just call it fashion and it'll pass. I mean, that's what a lot of fashion shows are. Wear plastic on your head, call it fashion, and suddenly everyone loves it.
Sorry, it took longer than anticipated.
It's okay. I'm currently dyeing my hair.
Jesus.
Yes,
Anyways, I'm back now.
we're waiting for
Okay,
Danny.
just waiting on Danny to get back. She had to step aside for a bit.
God damn it! Yeah, I was right.
You're right.
Yeah, traffic was shitty getting there. Coming back, it was like 5 minutes. Getting there was like 3 times that.
So 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, I was wrong. I did not get mimosa gum. I got margarita Vita gum.
And until everyone is back, I've just been posting away at the memes.
Goddamn shit poster.
You could look into Pravity and see some fine shit.
Yeah, I saw. So yeah, I did look into some Mad Mage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that's mean. There's like 3 liches in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the second to last layer is my shit, though.
I mean, on the last.
The second to last one is just literally just like a Lovecraftian story. It's just like, fuck yes.
I mean, there's a corrupted planetar there.
Yeah.
My favorite part of it all has to be the naked statue of Hallister riding a donkey backwards, I think it is.
Owl girlfriend. Snap. The fuck?
Yeah, that sparked an interesting discussion of who would, if harpies could be based off of an animal, like a bird, but still retain traits from that bird. So, like an owl harpy can turn their head 180.
Right.
What bird harpy would be the creepiest?
Australian
Vulture.
crow.
Vulture.
Now, my thought on that is the green heron,
Oh yeah.
because they have the extendo neck.
Hi, what you doing?
Quoth the raven, nevermore. Quoth the crow, caw. Yeah. One time when I was going out to get a haircut, it was like 8 at night, and there was just a fuck ton of crows.
You get haircuts?
Sometimes.
I need to get a haircut sometime soon.
I had to shave my beard. Sucked.
Oh no! No!
It's discrimination. Boss was
What do you
just
look
too.
like?
Boss was just too jealous.
What do you look like without your beard?
What?
What do you look like without the beard?
Not as fun.
I don't think I've actually seen a picture of you.
Good.
Why good?
I like the Skype closing one because it's too true.
It is, you do task manager and it just slows it down.
Yeah. I think the camera angles in anime can be a little weird. What do you mean? I don't get the feature one.
Okay, I'm back.
You're referring to the car?
Yes.
Because that's a Volkswagen Beetle, or what people refer to as a bug. So it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Oh, got it. Okay. I got you now.
Okay, we're all back.
Okay, I gotta go again. No.
Okay, stream over.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Armor just goes and grabs Tally and just like, you're the only one who cares about me. You won't leave me.
You
Mostly
or
because
looks at Cal.
Tally just won't. Tally's kind of,
Armor,
at least as far as Armor says it. Anyways,
Tally's
So-
a good girl.
Armor just looks at Tally and goes, "Someday you will be my wife."
Okay,
oh,
so
that's not weird.
as I realize that I already have to do a bit of housekeeping.
I didn't break it this time, I swear. I don't have 28. I don't have 28 AC yet.
As the three of you are standing at the cart, suddenly a form appears out from underneath the cart. Ah, ah, ah.
Ugh.
Cal is about ready to hit with her teapot staff.
Never smacked it. Just
What the fuck?
the master realized that you forgot to mention something.
Okay.
One, that he does know that the that city over down there. Thank goodness no one's on this road right now. There's a tournament thing going on. And secondly, you need these.
Pulls out a pair of gloves for each of you, and yes, they do fit your weird hands.
A custom.
So-
It just has
Uh,
another
to-
thumb pat just stitched on. Like, wait, this is
That each of them, they all have a symbol on it. A symbol that's very, very clear. And you recognize it from it was inscribed on the platform. That wasn't underneath anyone.
Yes, if you touch the crystal, wear those. That's what he told me.
What if we don't wear them and we touch the crystal?
I
Will we be
don't know. He just said to give those to you. There was a weird thing that happened when we found it. Maybe that's something to it. I don't know. Oh, and once you do get it, we can get you out only when there's no one else watching. You know, the whole don't make disturbances that can't be explained. Anyway, that's what I was told to say. Bye!
He crawls underneath the cart, and then when you look back down under there again, he's gone.
Praise the Pharaoh.
Who's the Pharaoh?
Apparently unimportant to our current mission.
Oh, Cal will stick out her hands to the both of them. I'm Cal.
Very nervously, Galatea will reach out to and take the handshake. Just, I'm Galatea.
That's a nice name.
Thanks.
You may call me Zechariah.
How about Zach?
You absolutely must.
I must.
Question.
Yes.
Would my familiar be with me, or would I have to summon him?
You hear a muffling from underneath your robes.
I'm going to instruct him telepathically to turn into, I believe it's a rat they can turn into? Yeah.
So, okay, suddenly a rat falls out from Pharaoh's robe. Or from Zach's robe.
There you are. Actually, since he's shape changed, he can actually speak as a rat. All it says is that their movement speed changes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He can speak as a rat.
I don't know what happened, but suddenly I was in a place where I don't want to be ever seen again. What the hell happened?
To be quite honest, I'm not sure, but we have a mission. We may have use of your talents.
Oh, cool. What's the dig?
Seems we're being sent to find a crystal. Unfortunately, not the one that my father would like us to find, but it may lead us to hints further.
Come on. Not even able to find Pappy's crystal?
You and I both know how difficult it is to find shards of the Shining Trapezohedron. No.
Is he just staring at this rat intensely?
No. The rat is speaking.
What? Okay, like out loud so everyone can hear it?
Yes. Yeah.
Cal's like raising up her foot like, do I squish it?
Do not harm the rat.
Hey! Don't you be arming the merchandise.
Galatea is just kind of looking at this and then looking to her ferret. It's just like, she mutters out loud. She's not trying to hide that she's saying this. She just goes, well, you can't talk. How come his can?
Richard,
Hey, lady, I'm special here.
I mean, you're a rat.
I'm asking him to return back to his normal form.
Okay.
So
This
as he returns to his normal form.
this gives a good segue. Everyone, all the character sheets have been posted for everyone to see. So now you can all see this tiefling in a pin suit.
Yeah. This imp in the pins. It was just. I was like, armor, just find something.
Or imp. Sorry.
Yeah. Imp in a suit. The tiefling's in robes with 6 fingers.
Yes. So you can now all see Pharaoh, Cal, and Galatea's artworks independently.
Cal is intensely staring at Pharaoh's hands.
Hold on, I'm gonna check to see if he notices.
It's not that hard to notice.
Okay. Then
She's a big woman. She's about 8 feet tall.
Yeah. So as she's just staring at them, he kind of just closes one, and it instead of making a fist, it just folds inward.
You hear in a very strange language, but it sounds basically like she's saying, how the fuck?
The specifics of that can be discussed later. We have a mission to attain. We have a mission to complete.
Does anybody want tea?
What was that, Andy?
Yeah,
Does anyone want tea?
Alrighty, you're making me be the dad of this group. God damn it.
I'm not making you be anything.
I know. It's just that's how the characters are shaping up.
I'll save tea for when we get into town, and Cal will get up in the front.
Good, because I'm not driving.
Oh, yes. Yes, good sir.
No, it's more just for flavor reasons. I assume the ferret is a familiar as well.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it won't freak out at me.
As Pharaoh gets close to being on the cart, Cal, you can roll me a insight check. Or actually, what's your passive insight?
Passive insight would be 15. So
Okay, yeah, you get a sense that the donkey's you get a sense that the donkey's nervous, but isn't going to run away as Pharaoh gets on the back of the cart.
Nervous as I approach, less nervous as I get away out of its sight.
You hear Cal just kind of talk to herself. You must follow Orcus. She just gets up onto the cart. And she's gonna turn the cart around to go face the city.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this cart was facing the direction of the city.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So no turning around. Just get a move on. Sweet.
Yeah, Galatea will
Yes,
get in the cart
if you
as
wanted to
well.
go away, you would then turn the cart around. Oh, sorry, Danny.
I was just saying that Galatea is getting in the cart as well and moving the ferret to sit around her shoulders instead of cradled in her arms.
And then once everyone's on, she'll flick the reins and start driving.
Okay, could you roll me a animal handling?
Cool.
This is the main reason I didn't do it, because I would have I would force disadvantage on it myself.
17.
Yeah, the donkey, while nervous, when you give it a good crack,
Oh, fuck, man.
starts to slowly move and pick up pace as you continue down this wide open dirt road.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around into the surroundings as you pass them by, you are in a large area of open plains with this single large road that looks like it's a high traffic road that branches out into small dirt roads. But there's one path that is very much high traffic, and it's heading directly to the city. Looking out into the distance, you see various small houses, some farms, farmland, growing crops. You also see coming from the mountains towards the city, there are these what looks like giant bridges that are stacked on top of more bridges, all leading towards the city from the mountains, stretching across the plains to the city as you continue to get closer.
So it's just a metric fuck ton of bridges.
It's basically, you have some arches that create a bridge, and then on top of that bridge, there's more arches that create another bridge. And stacking about like
I'm
three or
gonna
four.
roll something for flavor's sake.
If you want to roll to know about it, roll me a history.
I mean, okay, that's fine. 25. Damn, not 20.
You know for sure, since given where you're from, you know that water can be difficult to access,
Aqueducts.
especially fresh water.
Aqueducts. Got it.
Yes, you have a full knowledge and understanding that these stacking bridges are actually multiple aqueducts that are trailing water from the mountains.
I'm gonna roll my flavor thing. It's just a flat intelligence check. No, Fair doesn't remember. Okay.
Okay then.
Look at that! It's aqueducts.
Yes, you know that there's aqueducts.
But I don't remember a dream.
As you approach closer towards the city, you end up in this kind of what seems like a small farming town outside of the walls. And as you look at the architecture, you notice that there's a lot of stuff that none of you recognize. The architecture is different. Galatea, it seems similar to you, but still different. It almost feels like a mirror, almost.
So, like, if somebody from Greece saw Roman architecture, then.
Yes,
Okay.
precisely.
I mean, we did just see aqueducts. So we're in the Roman quarter.
There's aqueducts, and you see symbols that again you don't recognize. Like you've got symbols on the sides of potted plants, or tiles across a rooftop that each have a pattern that is unfamiliar. And as you approach closer and closer to the city, the streets suddenly are being a lot more populated. There's suddenly a lot of traffic. Not to give you nightmares, Smith.
Too late.
But, like, you've got people with carriages that seem to be solely containing mercantile goods. Carts that have just huge blocks of stone, of carved stone sitting on them. Or full caravans that have assembled up, passing through this gate. And once you reach the gate, you see this large gate. We're talking a portcullis that about the size of a building. And there is a lot of armed guards all around this portcullis. And
Real quick, as like a flavor thing, as soon as Galatea
Yes.
starts seeing more and more people around, she pulls her hood up
certainly,
to hide her hair more or less.
Cal is just gonna be ready to tell them like, "Hey, we're here for the tournament."
okay, so as you approach the gates, assuming you're doing nothing else, a guard comes by. Aye, hold it there.
Yes, officer.
Now, this here be just a routine inspection.
Okay.
All right. Everyone, I'm gonna need a few things from all of you.
What kind of things?
These things, I want you to give me your name.
My name's Cal.
And the rest of yous,
Zachariah Harsley.
you mind spelling that for me?
I will do so. I'm not going to occupy the time that takes.
Yeah, this guard's just writing things down. Question, is anyone wearing the gloves?
No.
Nope. Those got squirreled away
Okay.
inside of the robe.
No one stated they're wearing the gloves.
Cal's just wearing her normal.
Oh, damn it. I don't have a pair of gloves for Richard. Fuck.
Sorry, what was that to Andy? You were very quiet.
I think she just said she wasn't.
Cal is just wearing her normal shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there gloves for Richard?
So,
It's okay. Continue.
oh, okay, now I need you all to declare what's your reason for visiting. Probably the tournament, but need to make sure.
Yes, the tournament.
I heard there was a tournament. Figured I might as well come and see what the spectacle was about.
You visiting, or do you want to join in on my Draxus's fight?
I want to fight.
I am presently undecided.
Fight, you say? Well, I would recommend then to go over to the what did I call it? The Gradalium. big building near the center of the city. There,
Is that where
there's a
the
administrative office that'll give you all the information you need.
All right. Is there any more things that you need from us?
Oh, I still got a few more on this list here, dearie.
I'm Cal.
Cal.
Dude, I want to try something, but I don't want it to fail and get arrested.
Now, gonna need yours all to declare what magic-infused items you have.
I have a stone. I have bracers. I have tea. That's only for my personal consumption. I think. Oh yes, I also have an amulet.
Now, could you describe what they do?
Oh, which ones?
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
So the bracers make me harder to hit. The amulet makes me healthier. The stone is just making me lucky. And since I'm a monk, well, it's hard to describe what my tea does without showing you. But it's literally all.
Magic tea for consumption. No poisons there?
No poison.
Alright. Then, who's next on this?
I likewise possess an amulet that bolsters my physical fortitude, and I also possess on my person a length of crystal that enhances my magical abilities.
Magic, that was gonna be question number 2. But I'll get to that. How about you? Galatea?
For magical items, I have a ring that protects me as well as a cloak. I have my staff and this odd little bag that I can pull fur balls out of and they turn into animals.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make sure that you keep that bag close and no pulling things out unless you need to.
Yes, of course.
Zip.
Now, you two, I'm assuming you can cast magics as well.
Yes, if you need to know in specific, I'm a sorceress.
The specifics, that's not my job, but I'm gonna need you two to come aside with me for a bit.
All right.
The guard has the 3 of you kind of settle your cart off to the side.
But Cal does no magic.
If you want to go on,
Yeah.
if you want to go on ahead, you can, but this is just a bit of routine inspection.
Alright, I'll stay with them.
Or you could stay with your cat, but looks
I'll
at
stay
the
with
donkey. I don't think anyone's going to be taking that.
I'll stay with the card.
All right, you two, follow this gentleman over here. There, and he points towards this dragonborn in kind of a mixed match of armor and robe. And I'm assuming the 2 of you are following.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No reason not to.
You pass through all three of you have passed through the portcullis,
Mhm.
or through the gate. The walls are thick. You can tell that the walls are intended for being durable as you pass through these. And the two of you
Siege.
are escorted off to the side to kind of a dirt pit area close to the walls. And there's a couple of other people. Most of them are in robes. Some of them have a bit of armor to them. And you can clearly hear, as you're approaching, various magical incantations. As you end up escorted to the center of the pit, to the Dragonborn who escorted you stops. All right then. Don't you worry, this is just a routine thing. Want to make sure that the true talent knows where to go. And if you are really impressive, you could get yourself something real nice. Don't worry. Very few people can do that, though. Now, you see over there, he points to where you see almost like a bench with a bunch of people, and they're writing various things down here and there as they're watching all these people, which you can tell from your magical prowess, a lot of these are just newbies.
Oh, so like level 1 people, basically.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have a level rogue. I actually have a sneak attack.
The fairly close. As the Dragonborn continues to explain. So, when it's your turn, we want you to target some of the dummies. And, oh, shoot. I forgot a step. What school of magic are you most skilled with?
That is an excellent question.
Because that will determine your test.
Fuck me, I think mine's enchantment. Either enchantment or evocation.
Or, to make it easier, what's the most powerful thing you can cast? Because that's what we want to see.
Power comes in many forms.
But you're still messing with the weave all the same. We want to see how much power you can draw.
Most a good bit of what I do is evocation, but the most powerful spell I have is conjuration.
Okay, make your way over there then. And he points towards a spot in the yard that seems to be a bit more reinforced with magical runes etched into across stones inlaid into the dirt.
Damn it, I did it again. only have one spell that deals damage. That I can cast more than once a day.
Well, what do you tell him?
Most of my magic is not used in combat, per se.
All right, then. Go make your way over there. And he points you over to another spot where there seems to be some rather uncomfortable looking people set up in a spot surround with armed men set up nearby. Now both of you are going to cast your most powerful spell, and the judges will identify what you can do from what you cast. Don't try to pull any fast ones and pull a punch. They're trained for that.
Well, if you're sure.
Galatea, when you go to your area, you're seeing a lot of novice wizards more like making swarms of bugs appear, or one of them making a big sonic explosion, and looking real mighty happy with himself for being able to do that. As this gnome comes up to you. Hello.
Hi.
Don't you worry. Just a quick cast and you'll be right out of here. Now what you do is when it's your turn. He points to the center area where you see blast marks, scratch marks on the ground, and where the runes are surrounding. Just cast what you can right there, and you'll be out in a jiffy.
Oh, okay, but you've got measures in place to protect people, right?
Well, we wouldn't be pulling this stuff if we didn't. Don't worry, all of these have been guaranteed by the head of the college. Pardon me. By Eidos himself.
All right. And she'll move to stand where she's supposed to when it's her turn.
Mm-hmm. A couple of other casters go by. One of them, let me just roll some dice here. One of them creates a pile of grease in the middle. And another one, this one who looks like he's very well made out, ends up actually summoning a horse in the middle. And after he summons the horse, there's some claps in the background like, oh, he's able to get that far. Ooh, nice. And then you have this one nervous wreck of a kid. There's still grease on the ground, and he decides to cast Burning Hands,
Oh no.
which creates an explosion of flame, but thankfully, let's hear how many are affected. Okay. Thankfully, from the runes comes up a shield that blocks enough of the flames that anyone who was unfortunately a little too close only got slightly singed,
So like
not enough to really damage them.
maybe lost an eyebrow or two.
Yeah, like the ones that were really interested in, like, oh, what's this guy going to do? Oh, oh boy. And then it's up to your turn.
Okay.
And my eyebrows are gone. I've worked for 3 weeks on them eyebrows. And now they're gone.
Before casting Galate, we'll look to the gnome again. It's just like, you're sure people will be safe, right?
Don't you worry.
Okay.
Just let it go.
Alright, so she will just take her staff in hand, take a moment to breathe, and her attitude changes from like this kind of meek, nervous girl to just calm as she begins to cast, and she will cast Tidal Wave.
You actually took damaging spells. Literally all of my spells are utility.
Hey, they can have use.
I know, but not in this instance.
Okay, Galatea. Despite clearly not being where you're anywhere close to where you're from your home, right before you cast a spell, you feel a calmness. The water is still nearby. You get the sense that there's still an ocean calling out for you, just from across the city. As you then unleash a wave of water that the stones, the runic stones, create a barrier and completely containing the water. As you're continuing to cast it, you end up creating almost a whirlpool within this barrier as the water continues to swirl before completely dissipating.
Okay.
Like you hear in the background behind you, oh yes, that's some skill in that one.
Like as soon as the spell ends, she's like the calm kind of leaves her, and she's just like just kind of nervously holding her staff in front of her, just like
you as you look up towards where the clearly they're judges. They make some comments amongst themselves. You see them do some scribbling, and then they give a thumbs up. Well then, you're free to go.
She just kind of awkwardly steps away.
Hmm.
Like,
Pharaoh.
if there's a direction she's supposed to go, she goes that direction.
Yeah, basically it's clear that you're intended to go in the direction you came from. So, Pharaoh, while Galatea is doing that, you end up finding yourself amongst a group of who seem to be faux smooth talkers. They try to look the look, but they clearly can't talk the talk. As they're going one by one to this group of people that the armor that they're wearing, given how it's a little misshapen, doesn't quite fit them, and how they're standing, you can probably guess that these are new recruits. And you see one of them go before you, and he casts... just take a quick look at what he can do. What does that spell do again?
What is it?
Don't worry, I got it.
Okay.
He pulls out this man, this Kenku pulls out a little twig, and then with a peck of his beak on one of the poor guy's foreheads, he casts a spell which he then tells the recruit to pick something up, and there's a bunch of stuff off to the side. Like, it's more than just people, there's also items too, small items, big items. And this recruit, despite looking scrawny, is able to actually pick up what looks like a 150-pound rock without much of a problem. And as you keep an eye on the proceedings as it goes on around, again, the judges give a thumbs up, and the guy ends up walking away. Then another man wearing armor goes and casts a spell that ends up causing all of the recruits to just fall unconscious. Again, thumbs up, and it moves on. And then it's your turn. Go figure. Not a lot of people have enchanting as one of their big things. Some more well-armored guards come by and wake up the recruits, as they're then all told to stand back up. You draft weights.
Okay. So,
And you got the Dragonborn next to you. Well, just
the unfortunate thing is
what you want.
unfortunate thing is I only get one spell. Because I had an idea, but it requires two. But
You could ask about casting multiple.
yeah. I do have an idea, but it does require the casting of multiple spells. Is that allowed, or should I only go with the singular?
All we need all we need is to see how high you can go.
Okay. So,
If
first
you want
off,
to do anything fancy, you gotta run it by us first.
well, the idea I had was to illusion myself, make myself look a bit more imposing, I guess would be the idea, and then speak. Because I have massive many faces, because it's fucking useful as hell.
He gonna give a quick nod, step
Okay.
off to the side, speak to one of the judges, and he comes back. Yeah, let's see what you can do.
Okay, so I will cast Disguise Self to make myself look the full foot taller, and instead of the kind of like the purple, I am instead going to look like an obsidian black tiefling with just like tall antelope horns.
Okay, that one's able to handle. That one's fine. That one wet his pants.
And
Just from seeing you become that, to two of the recruits, most of the recruits do look nervous. One of them seems fine. One of them just straight up wets his pants like, oh god, what is he gonna do to us?
and then I will cast tongues and begin speaking in deep speech. Those of you who look upon me are not inflicted with terror. And then just kind of lean in slower. But should you displease me, that can change in a moment.
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
Beautiful. Good thing I had advantage.
Okay. Oh, the one guy who wet his pants, I'm just gonna say auto fails.
Mm-hmm.
He falls back on his arse, tries to start cowering up against one of the guys in plate until he gets smacked. Stand up straight. That one's failed, so you got one guy who looks very nervous. And that guy fails. Yeah, so the remaining recruits, actually, one more roll. You even see one of the judges looking a bit nervous. Hmm. Do you dispel it? The spells you casted?
Tongues just last for an hour, but yeah, I'll dispel Disguise Self.
Yeah.
Actually, Disguise Self also lasts for an hour without concentration, I think.
You,
Oh, no, I can't dispel this in action. Never mind. Yeah, so I'll dispel that one.
As you turn around, you see the Dragonborn with the, oh, okay, I was not prepared for today look. Alright, bit more unconventional. Looks up to the judges. What-
I'm just picturing the one who's just kind of cowering behind his clipboard, like, the fuck?
Like they're talking amongst each other, and then the guy who you know that you made nervous, he holds out his hand and it's shaken horribly, but he gives a thumbs up.
Just like, that was fucking terrifying. Good work.
Okay.
Now I'm just picturing it was Tuck.
This little kobold with a clipboard.
Yeah.
No. Well, you've demonstrated what what you can do. They seem to be okay with it. You're free to go.
Most excellent. I don't explicitly know how tongues work, so I don't know if it was like I'm speaking in deep speech, but it just sounds like common, or if I'm speaking in deep speech and they can hear that, but they're still understanding what I'm saying.
It would be
Would it be more the second?
it would be more the second. So you're
Okay.
speaking deep speech, and yet they understand you.
What is he doing to us? What the fuck?
It's like, why do I know what this is saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, what the fuck did he do to my head?
Yeah, they're just like, oh fuck. Get on the ground. Don't kill me. Don't eat me. Okay.
As the two of you then go back to the cart, was Cal doing anything during that time?
She was brewing a cup of tea.
Yeah.
But it was a very specific cup of tea,
Okay, so
Spider milk tea.
as it is subtle ghost leaf tea. And upon drinking it, she becomes invisible.
okay, we're doing this already. Okay.
There you go. That was all my teas.
You turn invisible, you say.
Uh-oh.
Upon drinking this tea, you become invisible until the end of your next turn. So 6 seconds.
Oh, okay. So it's just...
Still, that 6 seconds is enough to suddenly get to a number of guards sprung on high guard. And one of them was just reaching for what seems like a bell before you appear back, and they're now looking at you, but the guy who was reaching for the bell just slowly moves his hands away.
Bud, I said that it was magical tea.
You say that out loud to the guards.
Yeah, literally. She had said that to the guards, to the one that brought her, like the one that stopped the cart. So it's like, why hide it?
Who inspected that coat?
I wasn't expecting that.
I did, sir. The guard who inspected you comes by to this other bigger half orc in full plate.
I imagine they're just all half orcs.
No, this guy's actually
The one who inspected you was a human.
Yeah, this guy's just a half ogre. He's just go fuck.
The half orc just grabs the clipboard from the guy and looks over. Magical teapot.
I didn't say teapot, I said tea.
Hero teapot.
I can't read.
Oh, that's his fault, not mine.
You keep those tricks like that to a minimum, you hear?
But I can explain to you what the tea does so you don't freak out.
Ah, son of a bitch.
So you have it on record so I don't get stopped by the guards and get arrested.
Write down what she says. And he just gives the board back to the guard who inspected you.
Alright.
And he just holds up the pen like, okay, let's write this down.
Alright, so Cal first pulls off a sort of teal greenish bag with a faint outline of a leaf on it. Ghost leaf tea. Makes you invisible. She pulls out
Invisibility.
the next one she pulls out is a dark brown bag that smells heavily of chocolate. Swift Cocoa allows you to jump further.
Uh, uh, jump magic.
The next one she pulls out is actually a dragon hide bag. It's very small, but it's a white dragon hide. As she places it down, white dragon tea makes you a bit more healthy for about the time.
Vitalization.
Um,
Vitality.
the next one she puts down looks like it's made out of 5 different pieces of fabric sewn together. This one makes you resistant to poison.
Just scribbles down something but doesn't say anything.
Next bag she pulls out is one that looks like maybe a dried cactus. Like the outside has a bit of a dried cactus look to it. This one, it just basically allows you to breathe underneath water. But it also counts as you just drinking a lot of water.
Water. And breathing water.
Yes. And the last one she pulls out is a very fancy looking bag. This one, it just kind of makes you a bit more charismatic, you could say.
No, that one there wouldn't have any of that mind controlling magic.
She shakes her head, no.
Okay. And at this point, the two of you are definitely there, and you're seeing Cal just being eyed up by a bunch of guards all around.
She's sitting on the ground cross-legged with her teapot in front of her and a whole bunch of bags in front of her.
With the one guard who inspected you writing down on a clipboard. Okay, then.
That is what I'll make
Yeah.
tea can do.
Okay, so given the situation, I'm gonna advise you to avoid drinking the invisibility one.
Okay.
As you can imagine, with this is a big tournament. Things have been put into a bit of a high security. Need to make sure that no one unfavorable gets in under all these other people. And invisibility, that's a mighty fine way to do that.
Okay. Is that it?
That'll be all. and then he walks away to go and inspect another cart as it's coming by.
And then Cal will just wave at her two companions.
Well, that was certainly interesting.
What?
They sent us off to see what we could do. Seems like it was a gauge of abilities, potentially to gauge whether somebody was dangerous or not. In any case, it seems that I have succeeded in whatever task that I wanted to provide. As well as Galatea, I presume.
One of the judges did give me a thumbs up, so I guess I did good.
Hmm.
I just made some tea. They didn't like that I turned invisible. She says I should just put in the the bags of tea back on her belt.
Go figure. The guards who appear to be inspecting everything doesn't like it when someone turns visible the moment they pass through the gates.
Right.
I can't help that the guard wrote down I had a magic teapot, not magic tea. So, I have to go register in that big building.
So, once you're now inside the city, there's a stable, an inn with a very large stable off to the side, to the right of the entrance of the city. And it looks like it's commonplace for people to set up their carts over there if they want to.
I'm sure you guys can handle the cart. Well, no, I think I'll tell you should handle the cart. They don't like Pharaoh. Not Pharaoh, sorry. No, sorry. Zach. Sorry. Mind trying to say Pharaoh.
Yeah. Because he introduced himself as something. Something
Yeah.
else. Introduced himself by his real name because you people don't matter.
So, yeah, they don't seem to like Zach.
Okay.
Wait, did you say they don't seem to like that, or they don't seem to like me?
Yeah, they don't seem to like Zach.
Oh.
I didn't mean to be rude. It's just kind of they don't like you.
It's not something I'm unaccustomed to.
I think it's because of the horns.
Yeah, which, Armored,
Yes,
how
that
is
is why.
Icarus reacting to Zachariah?
Given that he is of a... what type of familiar did you have him be?
Well, his form that he takes is that of a ferret.
Well, I think more
Creature.
Celestial Fiend or Fae.
Yeah. Think
I
was
don't
it Fae or Celestial?
I don't
Yeah,
think
it
we
wouldn't
ever... Forget that. Let's just go with Faye.
Because he is of Fae origin, just looks like a ferret.
Mm-hmm.
He's not perturbed by Pharaoh's presence. From your connection, like if you query your ferret about it, you get the sense that Pharaoh, while unusual, is not the weirdest thing he's seen.
Okay. Well,
It is mostly beasts that I unsettle.
so long as Icarus isn't acting, stay away from this guy about him, then Galatea is just going to try her best to not be like completely nervous and jumpy around him.
Can I try something before Cal goes to register herself with the big building?
Okay, so is Cal heading off alone?
Is anybody gonna come with Cal?
Or are you going to wait till you set aside the cart first?
No, she was gonna get off the cart so Galatea could go do it.
Wait, shit! I'm not Great Old One Warlock. I can't do that. I'm so used to playing Great Old One that I'm just like.
So in other words, you're leaving Galatea behind.
Yeah, with Zach.
Okay,
But
so
I wanted to try something before I left.
before you left, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So technically, Cal has telepathy in a technicality sort of sense. But she can only really
Okay,
talk.
could you please direct me as to the technicality?
Okay. So she can only use it technically with any others of her race or any others that already have telepathy.
So, my familiar.
So I want to see if the weird rat thing has telepathy and the ferret.
Let me
The
check.
ferret has telepathy.
By technicality, they only have telepathy with us because we're familiars. Because they're familiars of us. They don't technically. They don't technically have mass telepathy.
They don't have innate telepathy. They have basically, rather than being a broadcast network, they have a VPN to each other.
Yeah, it's basically like the telepathic bond spell.
They have a point-to-point connection between them. You can't intercept.
Yeah, I'm not a Great Old One Warlock, so I don't have Awakened Mind.
I was gonna say I don't think that either of them have telepathy.
No.
Okay.
So you attempt to make connection.
Is she mildly curious?
Well,
And when
you
she
can
doesn't
verify
see it,
that neither of them provide you a connection.
all right, and then when she sees it, she just will walk off.
Okay. So, now that you're inside the city, the hardened dirt and cobblestone road becomes carved stone. The carved, well-fitted stone, and you've got packed buildings on either side of you. Breaking off into smaller streets and alleyways here and there. As you continue down this center street, and there's a lot of hustle and bustle. The hustle and bustle grows bigger and bigger as you're seeing people move around. Some guys are carrying just giant carved lumber, like giant poles, square poles and such, down the street in the same direction you're going.
All right.
And you end up in a center square. Just no. You see this kind of center square of hubbub, just packed with people. As you've got laborers setting up things, you've got people shouting at each other. Merchants having set up their stalls all around, selling things, buying things. And you see on the other side of this of this town square, a large building, larger than probably any other that you've seen, and essentially
Even Tri-Fate?
to, comparable. Basically,
Comparable?
it's the basically it's kind of like the Roman Colosseum.
Cool, cool. I assume just Cal knows where to go, assumedly, because that's where everyone else is going.
You see people going left, right, and center. There are buildings here and there. You got the tavern. You got where there's a lot of traffic going in and out. You got buildings close to the
And it's still
Coliseum, far away from the Coliseum. There's
Nice.
nothing clearly indicating that there's a particular area of high traffic.
Mm-hmm. I'll
There
just grab
is
some.
a building, a small rectangular building attached to this larger building.
I'm just gonna grab somebody by them and go, excuse me.
Yes, yes.
Damn it, Armin. Where
What?
do I go? Where do I go for the to register for the tournament?
Oh, you want to join Madraxus's fight?
Yeah,
Just yourself. That's not going to turn out well for you.
I fought off demon hordes from the abyss. I think I'll be fine.
If you say so, miss. That small building over there.
All right. Thank
Uh,
you. And she'll
that's
just
how
kind
you
of pat
learn.
him on the face and walk away.
Hey!
First of all, rude.
Rude!
Okay.
And I'm guessing you make your way to the small building.
Yeah.
As you enter into this building,
Do I have to duck?
No, it's actually very tall.
All right.
No. You see, again, a lot of hubbub, but a lot less than outside. This long room consists of a desk to your left, where you have a dragonborn, what looks like a dragonborn woman staying there with a few other people. There is a large open area, or a long open area, with doors on either side, and you see armed guards all across the walls. Because on the other side, you see magic. You see weapons of extravagant designs perched up in display cases, swords, a bow. You've got paintings draped up across the walls. It's even orderly and in an orderly fashion, a pile of gold with various golden items, jewel encrusted goblets in these cases on the far end of the room, with a centerpiece being this basically pointed basketball size green emerald crystal floating up on a podium. And that entire section is roped off, and you've got guards all along the sides.
And Cal will go over to the Dragonborn lady.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
What can I do you for?
I would like to sign up for the tournament.
I'm sorry, but it doesn't quite go that way.
What do you mean?
And she will hand you a piece of paper. Let me just make edit all players journal. You see that you need to be in a group and you need a sponsor. Here we have a list of the responders who are
I found the
who have
dragon.
elected them. Sorry, I'm just terrible with voices tonight. Trying to do a feminine voice, and it's failing.
Yeah, it kind of just sounds like Quaylen.
Cal's just reading.
I'm not going to do the voice this time. Basically, what she says is that that to how entering into the tournament goes is that you have a group of people and you need a sponsor. So the government is structured in that you have the king and then you have their council.
Alright.
And you need to contact one of these sponsors and get them to be willing to support you to enter into the fight.
Alright.
And if
So
you win, you and your companions get to split that treasure hoard that's on display.
Alright. Cal will nod. And then we'll just kind of turn and walk out and start walking probably northwards.
I found the one on there that was a pretty clearly the Dragonborn.
Yeah, she's just gonna
What are you
start
talking about?
going northwards.
Okay, you're going directly northwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find the Stick Woods.
I see which one is the door. Well, actually, there's probably multiple dwarves. But I see one that's clearly a dwarf, one that's probably a wood elf. Mr. Hash Browns is probably a fucking Dragonborn. I'm not saying that last name. Fuck you, Mr. Windex Hash Browns.
Okay, so you're going off on your own in that direction. What is everyone else doing?
I mean, we probably want to find her.
Okay, how do you find her?
Well, Galate would first want to get the
Well,
donkey and the cart stabled.
After we get the cart resolved.
Yes, which ends up giving her enough time to get down the street and disappear into the crowd.
I don't have find person.
Listen, I told you, Susie, you want me to punch something? I'm gonna go punch it. But now
I
you
never
need to
said
find
I
a person.
wanted you to go and punch something.
Well, she wants
Just
to
that
go
I-
punch something.
Hey, don't point anything at me. I just set up the
Jeez.
scenario. You're the one running off.
Not really running, she's just naturally fast.
Them long legs.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to roll any kind of check to get the donkey to behave to get it stabled?
No, as long as Pharaoh isn't far enough away, it's pretty tame. You get it.
Yeah, he's not gonna try to take care of it.
You're able to stable it quite well. or without, you're able to stable it without issue. And one of the guards does asks, will, or not one of the guards, one of the stable hands, this little boy. Are you going to be coming back, or are you, or is that free for other service?
I'm pretty sure we're coming back.
Okay, well, we'll need you to cover a brief fee then.
Okay. Above game, I didn't know if I was supposed to have money on my character or not.
We'll just assume that you do have the money to cover it for now.
Okay.
We're not going to worry about that unless it becomes absolutely relevant.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, she'll pay whatever holding fee for the donkey to be in the stable is.
Thank you.
God, this kid sounds like he's half a second away from crying at any moment.
It's just sad his balls haven't dropped.
Wow!
Oh, God damn it, Danny.
Turns out,
Don't make
Andy.
Don't make me laugh right now. It hurts to laugh.
turns out it's actually like like an orc kid, so he's like 6 feet tall, but he's still just got this high pitched kind of wailing voice.
Oh, Galatay would have to look up if he was that tall. She's only 5'5".
She's a foot shorter, or not a foot, an inch shorter than Pharaoh.
Yep.
We just have 2 short people, and then Cal.
Yee.
Cal, who's 8 foot.
Yeah, Cal, who is 2.5 feet taller than us.
Okay.
Ow.
And
It's 10.
with Cal running off and the other two having no idea
Bye,
what's going on, we're gonna have to call it there.
That's fine. I have a way to find her. Hey, tea sucks. What did you say? There she is.
Not everyone likes tea.
Yeah, that's true. The way she speaks, him yelling that would just be, what?
Yeah.
Why would you say such a thing?
No, that's the moment Pharaoh realizes he fucked up and then just has a broken in nose.
Yeah.
Or just cast whole person.
You know what's a funny thing?
Mm.
One of the things that's actually the most off-putting is how forward this time it's been.
How what?
Basically, last time I ran this, by this point, the group was still at the stables. Because the party decided to do full investigation of the city first, before even going into the tiny building.
Not Cal.
That's why it was so off-put. It's like, okay, so then I go over to the registration area, right? Wait, there's still like a whole bunch other more to describe.
But I want to register.
Yes, but there's this whole thing that has to go through first.
But punch.
Man, I should have played Toxus.
Anyway, thank you for having me DM for this group for the first time.
Yee.
Alright.
I hope I didn't horribly mess it up too much for our first run.
I'm just glad Nothic isn't sticking with us the whole time. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Pharaoh might have just subtly just...
No,
What do you
no,
mean?
the
Not
Nothic
everyone.
is over. the Nothic is over in the other realm. He just had to show up to deliver a package.
I don't know what it is, officer. It attacked me first.
Should we do the shilling?
Certainly.
It's been a while, friends. So hi,
Hello.
I'm Andy. I play the D&Ds on Sunday at twitch.tv/Latvian Citizen at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I play Desire, Tiefling Bloodhunter. We just met a Nothic in that game, actually. Yes, as you heard me talk about earlier. And we might go face a lich. I don't know. And then you can find us at Twitter /World of Iona, where we post updates. We post when we're streaming, when the VOD has gone live, and you can find our YouTube channel through there. You can send us in questions because on Mondays we normally have dungeons and discussions at the same time we have our sessions. And it's just us kind of bullshitting there for about an hour, talking about what happened in the session, just our characters and all that kind of stuff. So send us questions and come watch us live.
No.
Yes. But that is me.
Okay, is there anything else, Danny? Myth?
When does our start up again? Is it the 30th?
Yeah, it's the 30th. It's still a ways out.
Fuck.
So
I guess-
our Saturday game.
I got my new
We just-
shiny and I want to fucking use it.
Yes, we all got new Chinese.
Fuck you,
We
I
got
got
out
new
of-
shiny.
Hey, I got an enchanted sword.
Yeah, but I got the better shiny. Fuck you.
Screw you.
No, yours is actually going to be really fun.
It lets a rogue cast a 3rd level spell. How can it not be
That
good?
helps all of us. A 3rd level paladin spell.
So on our Tuesday game, we got out of Strahd's
Saturday.
castle. We got some Chinese. We're now going, okay, what the fuck now? We just showed up into Big Dick Strahd's place, and
Big Dick Strahd. Yeah. I took Big Dick Strahd von Zarevich's nice shiny holy symbol, and now it's mine.
now we're going, okay, what now from here? And that is going on Saturdays. Very weird scheduling whenever we can, which in this case is going to be the 30th, almost 2 weeks from now.
But more than 2 weeks from now.
Just a bit more. Is there anything else anyone wants to mention?
I was muted this entire time. I'm a dumbass.
You're not a dumbass, you're just silly. There's a difference.
Did you at least hear my shilling?
Yes.
Yes, we did hear the chilling.
Yeah, for your Sunday game we did.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Good.
I don't
Uh,
got anything, and I don't think.
as of
Really?
right now, there's still no Tuesday stream. That may or may not change in the future. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And so for right now, we'll just hopefully see y'all again here next week to continue with this craziness. And I hope
Hopefully we'll have Ash.
yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that, because I have no idea. But yeah, so with that, we'll just see y'all here again next week. Same day, same time, and oh boy, have to see if the nervous girl and the weird boy can find the tall girl.
Look, she's this big and just above his head. Let's see. That's all
She's
I know.
purple.
Yeah, that'll stand the fuck out.
Yeah, she has purplish skin. That's the whole. That's literally if she had gray skin, she'd look like a Goliath.
You and people with purple skins.
Listen, I did not make the race.
Listen. And
Hey,
he just
hey,
really
hey.
likes grapes.
You may not have made the race, but you still chose purple. It's like once you go purple, you never go back.
Once you go purple, I don't have anything that ends purple.
But yeah, so I guess with that, then we would just bid you all adieu and see you next week.
Goodbye.
No.
Bye, everybody.
Oh.